The nice thing about being the only one to predict energy is that all y'all's predictions about to get fisted.
Yeah, but if HellRaisers are going to be, are they going to enjoy it? That's the big question.
Probably.
I'll tell you what, Moses. What you don't want is a doctor who does that little slap at the end, because that does...
he's sadistic once he does that.
Well, it suggests that he's enjoying it a little bit too much, isn't he?
Yeah,
Just a little bit
he's getting real excited.
Yeah, you don't want him to be excited in that moment.
No.
So just... But remember, guys, do go to the doctor. Get yourself checked out. It's important.
Men's health. November.
Definitely don't postpone it. It's silly. Yeah, I'm...
Why did we just turn that into a PSA?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good moment, you know.
Yeah, that was nice. Seize the opportunity.
Just kind of freestyled it, much like the desk was doing. I don't know if it's going to be a real fisting. I mean, everybody always loves the idea of having like the epic phase versus Astralis or SK or something like matchup. I actually sometimes think it could be really interesting to watch two teams that are struggling a little bit, but sort of maybe struggling on an equivalent level, try and fight it out, especially when they got their backs against the wall. Like, I think if we're going to see something interesting out of these teams, it'll be in a match like this one.
I don't know if I can co-sign that, but I will say, like, I'll take Astralis phase, SK phase all day long.
I'm not saying I would rather, like, I mean, I'm just saying that, you know.
I mean, the nice thing to kind of build on that as well is, I mean, like if you play like great Counter-Strike, if you know, it's not always the most exciting to play like really solid Counter-Strike, you know, like these kind of sloppy games where they get a little bit dysfunctional and people start making mistakes. This is where some really cool and wild moments kind of occur, and that's why when you get towards the end of series, when you get onto Inferno in the best of 3 and you get into the overtimes on the 4th map or whatever it might be, that's where you get all these hype clutches because people are making mistakes and giving opportunities, and for teams at this level, sometimes that just happens all the way through the game. So we got some beautiful augmented reality. We got the HellRaisers logo floating in the air. We got NRG logo floating in the air as well. I love that.
It is beautiful. I mean, we should put that technology to better use in the future, for sure. Looks like most of them are diverging towards the A side of the map, or at least the birthday party area. Quick encounter for Woxic. He's going to be falling back with Bondic. They don't really want to stick around. Just maybe try and get them to use a couple of grenades, try some long-distance shots. There's the P250. Oh, it's so beautiful from Breeze. Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, Breeze is a solid player, and he's doing well here, and this is good. This is NRG coming out with some energy. Sorry about that. And here we go, into the B-bomb site. A nice shot from Dead Fox. It's still a 4-on-3. I know Trey said they were going to look flat-footed, but here they've gotten into the bomb site quick, and Breezy's got him a great advantage.
Wonderful, isn't it? Ethan going down to Isa, though. Double kill for him. In fact, looking for the triple. He's going to be able to take them all down. And now, just where he's left, looking to see if he could stop the defuse. Not even going to happen. He's not even anywhere near close enough. It's a good attempt, but he's going to get taken out from Angel.
He's got to be so frustrated coming into the fight, because all his team has to do is live. They don't even need to be taking half of those fights, and those are the mistakes that I just kind of alluded to and mentioned, is you don't need to be peeking whatsoever. You have everything. You have the bomb down. You have the bomb site. Just fall back, play the bomb, and allow the flank to come in, buy time for Breeze to do more for you. He provided everything. Alone in bathrooms, the opening 2 kills. I mean, stunning shots from Isa, obviously. You can't really account for that, but a blunder there for NRG is going to cause them to lose the pistol round, and HellRaisers takes the lead.
Good round for Isa, obviously. Gotta hope that results in a couple of high fives. I've been missing out on those.
I have too. We've seen them a couple times at this event, and haven't quite seen the high fives really get kicked off.
Yeah, something's gone wrong. Something's missing. Oh, Woxic, that is dangerous. Caught with a UMP. Yeah, might as well commit to that fight. Just try and do something, anything.
Yeah, fair play to Bondic, though, helping out, making sure to keep the man advantage, and damage is done across the board to the NRG guys, and they're going to start getting flanked out pretty soon, and it might not even matter. Angel's there with the M4, and at this range, it's going to be Supreme. Goes for a follow-up peek. Does see nothing. And Daps is just dreaming if he thinks someone's going to push up there, and Breeze gets taken out as well, and yeah, right at the end here. It'll be a second round for HellRaiser. That's all right, though, because NRG with the plan is going to go for their 3rd round bye.
Yeah, that is all pretty much acceptable. Unfortunate timing for Woxic to get caught running up towards long, but that'll happen every once in a while. They are fighting this round with 2 M4s, UMP, actually 3 of them, and then a UMP and an MP9. It's not a disaster. Maybe they want to take some of those SMGs into their connector and just try and get a close range fight versus the AK.
Yeah, push forward. If you surprise one of them, get close up, find that kill, makes it easier for the M4s later on with some of the space they're provided. We'll see, though. We'll see what NRG is going to bring to the table here. I know they talked about Cirque a lot on the desk, and yeah, he needs to have a good game with that AWP when he gets it out. I think Ethan is another guy who's got to start off really, really quick. Daps almost hitting that flick to Issa jumping over the wall. Tough shot to hit, but what's really tough for NRG is they're basically out of utility. They've got one smoke, one flashbang, so you're going to have to win some duels here, and this is where you need guys like Ethan, like Breeze, to take those fights confidently and find an opening kill for you.
Let's see if they're going to try and boost over the wall. That's become so popular out in that sewer area. Daps is setting up in a position where someone could jump on his face if they needed to. Maybe just trying to check out, make sure no one's in connector in the meantime. Clock slowly running down, but not at a panic moment just yet.
No, but they're not. They have no presence towards bathrooms, right? So this three-man stack is just going to sit here for HellRaisers, and this is a pretty aggressive position for all three of those players. This is going to be so tough. If anyone comes through Monster, they're just going to get obliterated. It's not going to be an easy hit for NRG, and it looks like they're pretty much committed to this B bomb site, and they still have to go back and get the bomb, which is going to be Cirque's job as he rotates, but no reason for HellRaisers to kind of cheat anyone back. Woxic and Bondik haven't even come close to seeing anybody.
If they do boost, they might be able to catch Angel. There's the jump on over. Angel is... Oh, that's not the timing you want.
No, not at all. You don't want any of this timing either. This is going to be obliterated. You have to lead your way up by Sandbags. There's Fugly with the opening kill. Got to get these trades coming through. Nice job by Cirque and Fugly. And they have cracked it open. The bomb needs to go down, and this post plant they should have no issues with.
Really well done, obviously. Woxic trying to see if he could be aggressive. It was either that or save, pretty much. So, you know, if he could have run in and got the one kill, maybe killed the guy who planted the bomb, then it's a 2-on-2, but
yep.
It is kind of a little bit of a reach, I guess.
It is, especially because they don't have great money. Even with some of these saved SMGs they brought into this round, you know, Angel's going to be hurting for a weapon, so is Woxic.
Did I tell you you can shoot through that box on the that
I can't handle you. It's too early for this.
Is it?
I mean, it is 12:15, but...
Feels like it, doesn't it?
Some of us didn't go to bed early.
Yeah, we finished at, what, 1:30 last night?
Yeah, yes.
It's a good time. Was a good time. That was a match well worth it. If for whatever reason you missed that game and like you couldn't stay up late, you should go
watch
and watch
the VOD.
demo.
Yeah, absolutely. Liquid vs SK last night was delivered on pretty much every single front.
It's a really good time. Now, we're going to be leading into the fourth round, and already the HellRaisers economy is put to the test. They've never really, I mean, they haven't even got to the place yet where they have like that AWP and all the grenades, you know? It's been a bit of a struggle, even if they won a pistol round.
Here we go. See what they've got. Angel has the CZ, and they're actually going to take over these short sewers. I believe the Australians call it dirty water, if I recall correctly.
Sometimes you have to remember they are a nation of ex-convicts.
Yeah. Well, we fit in well, don't we? Dap's going to lead the way up the stairs. Pretty slow default, pretty measured as well. Question for me, for HellRaisers as well, is how far do they actually want to push out of here? Angel has the CZ, so you can kind of risk him if you want to go find that information. This could be dangerous. Ooh, that's a nice find from Daps as Woxic gets aggressive, and actually Bondik misses some shots. Fugly is fortunate to get away from that. He provided a lot of openings in the previous round, and if Daps is able to catch Angel, there was almost a timing there in the staircase. It doesn't actually happen, but they've forced the rotation back towards the A bomb site, and they can maybe exploit this over at B.
Grenade does nothing to Fugly. And Bondik just jumping around looking for something. It's not that much of a risk to take this jump right now, but I mean a little bit later on, if you jump around in the A-bomb site like this and there's an AWP down by the restrooms, that can get a little bit bad. Angel down in B, just alone. Look at it, see if he can see anything, get the early warning, and he's not going to get it in time. Now he's stuck at the L bend. He's actually going to be picking up Daps. That's not bad at all, but it does give up the B-bomb site, and Ethan just, that was almost, I think they must have stood on top of each other. Yeah, that happened so quick.
Yeah, they had to be lined up in some fashion, didn't they? Nicely done from Ethan with that double kill, and nicely done from NRG, calling their way back across the map and being able to find the weaker bomb site.
What will we have to, how much will we have to pay Ethan to spell his name the right way around?
I should have that discussion with him, shouldn't I? Like, you can't do anything with that. You can't, there's no...
What if we double team him? What if we sit him down? We invite him into like a hotel room and say, listen, Ethan, this is...
So you're telling me that the strategy you want to employ is to invite Ethan to a hotel room and double team him?
That's right.
I want you to know that that's exactly how you phrase that sentence.
Listen, whatever it takes, Moses.
All right.
I just feel like for future branding and everything, like he's a good player.
No, it's a very good point. I mean, not so much to do with in-game Counter-Strike whatsoever, but in terms of future branding, I think a lot of people would go back and probably change the name they picked if they had known about branding opportunities down the line. And definitely, if you're naughty, it's just an awkward situation all around, isn't it?
It really is. And Ethan's a great name. So
is it?
Yeah.
You like Ethan?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Was it ever in the running for a name for your son?
No, but it's the problem the thing that I tried to insist on was that it had to be a name that you could pronounce in English and Danish. And that
you can't pronounce Ethan in Danish?
No, not really.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds stupid anyway. So
what is it?
Like Ethan? Something like that. I wouldn't even know.
Kind of like that. Sounds a bit Viking.
Well, we're going to find out if they have what it takes here, HellRaisers. They've got the M4 saved, but they are just getting overrun. This B bomb site is not really up for the test right now. And Fuckley even covering the back line, so no rotations can come in. Save the M4 at this point if you can. That B bomb site is falling.
Well, I mean, this round they have pistols, right? Fair play to that one. And I think previously the pick comes out on the A bomb site, and then the B bomb site falls because of a lack of defense. So it's not necessarily always the fault of the B defense. They really want to find Bondic, though. And Breezy might be able to do it. He's slowly kind of flanking around through T-spawn. It's going to be Daps, who you might as well just say, just don't even think about walking. Just, you have the MAC-10, just go run around corners, just find him. So we can all take that M4 away. Bondic doing a good job in being able to save money, and it's also important when you consider the fact that he's got a kit. So, I mean, that's one of those things that often goes unpurchased and unable to be purchased because of low economy situations. So the fact that he has that is pretty cool. It's 3-2, though. NRG have the lead on their map. Going into round number 6.
How much money they have?
Bondic can actually drop an AWP. If they really feel like they need it and they want to risk it, he can drop that over to Woxic. It'll pretty much deplete the utility he has.
Well, you're right. That's, I mean...
I like it. Why not?
We know how good he is with it.
Yeah. Oh, and you've lost 3 rounds in a row. And if NRG is going to be employing this kind of slower style that they've come out with, Woxic can do some real damage over towards, well, basically anywhere. And he's going to have a chance here. They are going right at him. They're going to go towards sandbags, though, and actually, Dead Fox might get caught. All 3 players being funneled, nade out, and actually Dap's not looking in that direction, and somehow he survived the cross. Cirque is there for the response, and they're going to get smoked off, but now the reinforcements have arrived. HellRaisers has got here quick.
Good shot for Angel. Daps, he made his way past the line, which is kind of cool, but the problem is he's got a MAC-10 and no utility, really, so he can't do all that much except just try and wait a little bit. Cirque going to be taking down Angel. That's an important kill. Still a 3-on-4 here. The bomb will go down eventually, and a little bit of another kill coming in from Cirque on Bondic.
Oh my God.
Woxic has to back off. There's no choice anymore. Actually got to be careful he doesn't get spammed down through the wall or anything like that. That's a great rush. Cirque with the triple.
I mean, the pace absolutely catches HellRaisers off guard, but it's phenomenal shooting from Cirque. And look at this, now they're even on the hunt again. And they should be aggressive with this one. Take that AWP away. I believe they've heard it ring out. I believe he's fired it.
It causes so much confusion in that defense when Daps makes it all the way past into the water behind the bomb site. Like that just like, what do you do at that point?
Right, because when they have that angle, right, it's tough for them to kind of swing out toward the left and try and take a fight on the ramp whatsoever, because you know Daps can just peek up at any second, so it really kind of limits their possibilities of where they can fight. And also when he gets that pushed up that quickly, even though the rotation and the reinforcements from the A bomb site arrive quick, they can't actually, aggress onto the bomb site. And then you got Cirque just hitting bangers like this. Some very nice shooting from him. 3 kills overall in the round, and known for his AWPing in this round. He almost takes Woxic out at the end. That would have been a phenomenal find if he was able to do that.
Yeah, well done. 4 rounds in a row right now for NRG. They're really having a great time right now. Woxic aggressive, challenging the smoke, and not going to be able to find anyone. Would have been a nice little trick. And on the other side, CSEDS, M4, and the AWP. Woxic, he's up. I mean, he was a bit aggressive in the beginning, but he doesn't want to stick around. Can't blame him for it.
Obviously, the primary goal for NRG is to find out where this AWP is and just do your best not to take any damage from it. You've got all the advantages of the utility. Smokes and flashbangs can come out to force him away, and actually Woxic just backs off altogether and deep into the A-bomb site. NRG really, outside of what, one round where they didn't even really do it as a team, they haven't really put too much pressure on Bathrooms or towards Long A. They had that one round that it was Breeze who kind of won the pistol round, and then I think it was Daps on the 4th round where they just kind of walked up solo and were able to find some kills. But they are going to be going at this op in the round.
Only 2 smokes left on the HellRaisers side, so that could be a problem later on, obviously. NRG fell down to 2 of their own, but also the 2 Molotovs. Down to 30 seconds. Ethan just playing a bit of contain outside of the B-bomb site, but they need to go towards this save bomb site right now. Bondik hiding in the corner with the CSET 75. Surely they are going to check this in the hard way, otherwise that would be a big mistake. Missed shot from Woxic. He needs to hit some of those right now, and Daps will take down Bondik, and he's actually kind of forced back. He's already taken a fair bit of damage, and he loses the AWP. That would be huge. Bomb goes down with 6 seconds left, and now don't think HellRaisers can do much of anything.
No, they really can't, but at some point, NRG's got to take this gun away. Daps drops down, he gets by and just narrowly misses out on Woxic. They're trying to hunt him down. This would be a huge kill, and it's basically Daps against the world here. Issa does take him down. Fugly going to come up next. He's taking some damage. Got to be careful you don't hand away guns. Really struggling to find this kill, but does get it at the end. But one more time, NRG just unable to have a clean win and just take all the weapons away, which is... It's not a disaster, it's not a nightmare, but it is allowing HellRaisers to have a bit more danger in these rounds than they probably should. It's been a great job by these guys being able to save. Woxic still in some trouble, not out of it just yet. They're going to come around the corner, and Ethan finds him. Or Nati finds him.
we just keep calling him that.
It's just too hard, though, isn't it? Like when you're...
Yeah.
It doesn't flow in any sense of the word.
Well, maybe it would make him change it. I'd appreciate that.
Okay, I mean, look at these kills on the HellRaiser side of things are getting a little bit frightening. We're now on round 8. 2 kills on Bondik, 1 on Woxic, 1 on Dead Fox. Now, they did just bust out a double op setup, so they've invested the cash. But we've seen Woxic miss some sitters in that previous round, so he's got to be worried. He's going to get aggressive this time with it. Flashbangs, a follow-up flashbang. They double it up, stagger those, and Cirque now has an op of his own, and now he can start exerting as well. He was doing it earlier with the AK-47, and oh my god. Everyone just dies. All the aggressiveness of those ops. HellRaisers are looking stunned.
You'd love it if they took a timeout at some point here, because it really feels like they're just having one of those, like, because they're cold starts, and now it's gone from like, oh, I'm not really feeling it, to, oh, this is a little bit frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta find a way to cut that off so that people can back into the game a little bit more.
It feels like, and you always hate it when this happens, is they invest in that double op, and it doesn't feel like there's an actual plan. Like, the plan is each of the op players just gets aggressive and goes and tries to take a fight, you know? Which is kind of scary, and obviously, especially when they lose everything. But 3 players go down very quickly, and now NRG can just wait. They're just saying, we know there has to be a response. And somehow, Ethan just walks straight, just dry peeks Angel holding an angle. Takes his head off.
Yeah, I don't know. HellRaisers look much more shell-shocked than I would have liked. I mean, they have lost 6 rounds in a row, but that's happened to every team before, you know?
Yeah. Now, you've got your timeout, Anders, as Angel calls it out. Need to, I mean, this is time for a rah-rah speech, if I've ever heard it. And we did play with Ethan in Australia at the show match. He was one of our professional recruits to the team. He's a stud when it comes to this game. He's great.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
He's one of, like, this team on NRG. I've said this online, and I mean, there hasn't always been the largest audience for that, so I'll just say it again. You have to give them props, and the management of this team props for, I think it's Impulsive who's over there actually managing their CSGO division, but you got to give them props for being able to put together this team, because while they haven't like delivered results in the tournaments, they have some players in this team that just have massive upside potential. Like Ethan and Breeze are 2 of like the hottest prospects that we've had in NA across the past year. You know, Cirque is someone coming over from Bulgaria as well, like scouted, brought over, joins this team. He's a very young talent. He showed some good things, and yeah, we can knock on their performance in some of these tournaments in Australia and Dallas all we want, but this is a squad that's now gaining LAN experience, and if they ever do find a way to click the way they do online, even just a percentage of it, this is going to be a pretty dangerous team. Heading into some of these tournaments. They're going to be a dark horse for some tournaments to come and put themselves in position to kind of surprise.
I'll follow up on that in a second. Angel is going to be taking down Ethan. So that is at least a start here with the CSET 75s, and HellRaisers is looking to get anything on the board right now. Those 2 rounds came from the pistol, and Fugly Hardly even seeing Dead Fox. There's Daps with 2 big kills as they try and flank around, and Angel and Isa both stuck on here. Not even any chance to get up, and Breeze will take one down. So 7 rounds in a row for NRG. Well, I mean, I think actually, especially the North American scene for a long time has been struggling with this mentality, which is that if something isn't working, you just make a change. Just change people out. Just move them. You know, get somebody else in. You know, immediately. It's like that long-term plan. We say we're gonna sort of like build something from the bottom up. That's super difficult to do, but I really think the payoff is there as well. Like, I agree, if you really stick to it and you really do it and you find the right people and you build something around it, that's a great idea.
To be able to do it in this age of buyouts as well is crazy. Yeah. Like, you know, Cert coming over, obviously, but Ethan just was like, you know, after CLG, like, he didn't really have anyone, no one was clamoring for him, and somehow that was a steal to be able to pick him up. Breeze as well didn't have a whole lot of attention when he was a free agent, so yeah, they've just done a good job of putting together a solid team for pretty cheap, all things considered, when you hear some of the numbers of these buyouts. So I'm impressed. I think it's cool, and I think these guys are still, when they eventually learn how to calm down and kind of get comfortable on land, I think these guys are going to be dangerous. So we'll have to see. It's a matter of time, and Daps has proven in the past he's pretty good team builder. Remember, he was responsible for bringing Optic up to that level right before they kind of exploded upon the scene. Bondic, that's a nice kill. He's going to get started. Fugly with a quick trade. He can apply a little bit more pressure. He does eat a nade. It's not too bad.
Was that a friendly grenade?
Might have been.
I think it almost must have been. Oh, going to pick up Angel too, and that's looking a lot better. Woxic, you get some of those good shots in. He actually does hit Ethan, but not enough for the kills. Some of the wall took most of the damage, I think. And now Isa and Dead Fox 2-on-4 again. Oh,
he called bank on that.
That's going to be a real headache, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be a black eye. Nicely done. HellRaisers forced back, and Woxic's struggles continue, and you can see this is a big piece of the puzzle for this HellRaisers defense. He's been in position to find a lot of kills in a lot of these rounds, and just missing some uncharacteristic shots.
Well, I think, I mean, that's maybe where some of the frustration must come from right now for HellRaisers, that these rounds don't seem competitive. I mean, it really feels like NRG are just able to walk across the map, and
NRG's about to have 3, maybe 4 players at 16K after this round's over.
Oh my God.
Like, Daps is at 1,500, Breeze is at 14,500, or Daps at 15,000. Yeah, they have 4 players at 16,000, and the 5th, Ethan, is at 15,200. This is one of the most comprehensive stompings I've seen in a while. Like, I made the fisting joke at the start of the segment, and I was kind of, you know, I just found a glove somewhere, and I just wanted to crowbar that in, but little did I know.
Well, you're crowbarring it in right now.
Yeah, crowbarring the callback.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. You would, on a match like this is an elimination game. Obviously, it's a best of 3, but you can't really come into a game like this cold. You can't, like, I mean, they were here. I saw them warm up like hours before the game got started, so that isn't the problem. But there's some mental breakdown that's happening right now on the HellRaisers side.
Could be, I mean, could just be straight up nerves, right? An elimination game, as you said. Probably coming into this against an NRG team that's largely considered underdogs. Haven't looked that good. Maybe they're feeling a little confident, and then they just get shell-shocked. Remember, this is 2 rounds that HellRaisers won the pistol and the follow-up, and ever since the 3rd round, it's been 8 straight for NRG. HellRaisers getting battered across this map.
Let's see if they can have some luck with the C75s. Still kind of a normal spread. Woxic is, you know, sort of fallen all the way into the connector tunnel and making his way up through T-spawn. He's actually going to take the wrong way around. I don't know. If he'd gone the other way, maybe he could have found someone picking up the bomb, but luck not really favoring him at the moment. That's a good headshot to follow up, though. Dead Fox now waiting for more to come, but they're just so smart.
Woxic only has a CZ, though, and he does spot Cirque. This is still dangerous. The speed at which he does it, though, could give the game up, and Angel needs to just survive. Allow Woxic to come in for that play. Daps is going to start watching the flank now with that kill. Feels the pressure subside, and now when they know Bondic is there, they're definitely going to be checking it, although Ethan's not aware, and Woxic again missing shots. Coming down the stretch, Bondic in a 1 versus 2. No kit. He's got to do this fast. NRG can just play the bomb. It's a teammate. Cirque missing 1, and there goes Ethan. They don't need to be challenging this. I'm not sure why they are. Cirque's going to stay up front and just turns the corner, spraying the CZ. And that got dangerous, but it is another NRG victory.
That missed shot from Woxic, that's going to give you some nightmares, isn't it? Because that he wasn't even looking the right way, was he? That player on the ramp.
He's gonna have some. You could make a highlight reel of some of these misses. I hate to say that, but like there have been a lot of like easy shots.
Yeah. And it's not. I mean, obviously, we're also a little bit concerned because that's not what we usually see out of him.
No, he's usually stellar. We love watching Woxic play. So this is a little bit of a. I mean, this is a really tough game for him, quite obviously. Flashback at the moment. He's still stuck on 1 kill. Good damage from Issa over towards the short sewers. And this is kind of cool. Remember, this T-half for NRG started out pretty slow and pretty calculated, and now that they had such a big lead, they've been getting more and more aggressive as players. I mean, it helps when you have 4 people at $16,000. And they slow it right back down here.
But he's already hiding in the corner. Ethan, not going to matter. Good flashbang, double check into those sewers, so making absolutely sure that no one was going to be able to catch him. And bomb still pretty far back, but that's actually HellRaisers opening up with a kill. This is different. Woxic playing very defensively over at the A-bomb side at the moment. Bondig a little bit further up. Good catch there. Bondik ready, not reloading right in the face of that smoke either. Something's actually working. Double kill for Woxic, and HellRaisers pick up the round with ease, finally.
Yeah, now he's building into it. I mean, it's cool to see them take matters into their own hand, right, with that push towards the dirty water to find Ethan, and then obviously Bondik's given a gift or two as they come through the smoke. He sits very close to his monitor. He is going to have back problems.
Yes, but if you can win.
If you win all the trophies, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the tough part about that, if you're NRG, is remember we like to talk about those first round wins, and sometime for the CT sides is turning into the reset scenarios. But 4 players live for HellRaisers, which is quite nice. So even if they lose this one, they'll have some money to invest. With 2 players sitting right around 3,000 or just over it, so it wouldn't be completely depleted down the stretch of this game. But obviously NRG wanting to extend this lead in an elimination game, you don't want to give your opponents anything, and Ethan's going to challenge for this, hoping someone peeks and not going for the spam timing. But look over towards bathrooms. Bondik and Woxic now starting to get aggressive halfway up. They can have fast flanks. They have a lot of intel, and they can make sure that their B defense, their teammates there, are going to be ready for anything.
Angel, this jump is... Oh, he's going to make it just fine, but... Breeze is actually waiting on the other side. Dead Fox is going to be going down, and that's going to open it up for NRG. Now they want to see if they can rush down the bomb site. Ethan's been so good on this ramp, and he's going to do it once again. Great double spray down. Bondik and Woxic. I mean, again, 5 versus 2. You might as well just pack it up.
Yeah, that one hurts. Great double kill from Ethan as he comes in. Nice opening pick from Cirque. Dead Fox just peeking out far too wide. And they can't even stick around to see what kills they can get at the end. They just need to save these weapons, and this is actually scary. That's a good hit for Woxic, and that should mean that no one else is going to chase from this direction. But Breeze and Fugly are starting to wrap around, and again, go back to the amount of money that NRG has in the bank, and they don't care. They'll risk all 4 of these weapons.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason not to. This is going to be a sizable reset for HellRaisers. If they can save the 2 rifles, that makes it a lot better, but that isn't even happening. This is unmitigated disaster right now for the HellRaisers team in the first half.
It really is. Bondik just has to get closer to the bomb just so he can survive. He does pick up an AK-47, might go back for the op. They should hear these footsteps. Can they find him right at the end? He just backs away from the fight. 10-3 for NRG.
15 on Ethan, 12 on Fugly. They're doing a fine job. Yeah,
they're doing great. Fugly's actually done, I mean, he's quietly done a really solid job in this game. Found some entries for him earlier on in the half, but just played well all the way through. Gonna have to be more investment for HellRaisers. I mean, it's not a great buy, but they just need to start. They need to start putting rounds on the board. 10-3, 2 CZs, 3 rifles, decent amount of utility there. That 1 kid on Bondik. They need to win fights though. Something they've struggled to do throughout this half so far.
Yeah, this has been kind of a rude awakening for HellRaisers. Early on in this match, obviously it's only map number 1, and it's only the first half of that map, but there's something that sort of an undercurrent of doubt and just not really finding anything that they needed, except for that 1 round. I mean, we'll just discount the pistol at this time because
it's just a distant memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
even have to say in that, remember, that was another 5-on-3 for NRG. And Issa hit some amazing shots to pull them back into it. I think Angel just spotted that out, but it's not going to matter for Issa. And Angel now with the CZ turns the corner. They're not looking at him. Big kill for Fugly. That could have been doubled up. Now Ethan against Bondic. He wins that as well, being the aggressor. Dead Fox is here, but can he stop anything? He's running towards the truck. Not even able to get that kill. Everything going wrong for HellRaisers. And once again, wiped off the map as NRG get up to 11. It's just the way he gets into the truck, and it's Fugly planting with like 20 HP, and he's able to tag him like twice through the corner and just still can't even find that one. It's so, like, they're missing all the timings as well. It's just so tough.
It is a little bit ridiculous. I can't remember the last time I've seen a T-side team be as rich as NRG are right now. Like, the whole way through.
I don't think I've ever seen 4 players get to 16K in a half.
No, that
even in like 15-0 halves, I don't think you don't see that too often.
It usually doesn't happen, right? They're loving it. Issa, hoping that he can catch the right timing. Cirque is going to be taking out Voxic. And this Molotov, yeah, going to be forcing him out. No chance at all. There is a fire extinguisher right there on the wall, Moses, but just couldn't get to it.
In an 8-round stretch, the first 8 rounds that NRG won on their T side, they only lost 8 players total. Like an average of 1 per round. That's mental.
Yeah, that's actually... I mean, whatever else is going on in the map, you can't have that, you know?
Yeah, that is one of those things you typically want to avoid. Well, 11-3, and they have a 2-man advantage. Bondic, the only rifle that was brought into this round. And M4, and that's going to be forced all the way back. That's at the B bomb site. This is cool. Obviously, Daps has this team well under his control at the moment. As an in-game leader, this has got to be such an easy game to call for him at the moment.
If we discovered later that accidentally some server setting was on that allowed the T side to have like 200 health and armor instead of 100, I'd be like, oh, that explains it. That makes sense.
Well, it's going to be a plant, and you can't blame HellRaisers for gambling even on the last round. Just anything they can do, and just much like the rest of this half, it just all goes wrong. Not even necessarily their fault. 2 CZs have to retake with Bondic with that M4. You got 5 players to find. You've got no utility and no kit. If they win this, Anders, what do? You take a bite of the face?
Yeah, smart.
It's a bold bet from the man himself. 12-3.
I'm just so impressed by NRG. That's really amazing. At this point, Moses, we can just dispense with the Creamy Moses mantle and call you the Fisting Prophet instead. This is quite something.
Oh, the most regal of all names. First of his name.
I don't even know. What do you even say at this point? I mean, we've seen 12-3 halves before. That isn't really the concern. It's not so much the number, it's just
the way it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally when you have a 12-3 half, it's something where you're just trying to say, you know, I think that's closer than people might think by looking at the score. Lost a couple clutches early on, some weird reset. This was just domination from NRG. And I mean, if you're HellRaisers, you can feel it. Like, you know you just got destroyed. That's the worst part, is that you can't, there's no silver lining you can talk about at halftime.
Do you just come out of that game and think, like, how did the time go past so quick? I mean, like, what's happening? We didn't play.
Well, I mean, they're still fired up. Look at Angel in the middle. He's animated.
Just yelling at Voxic.
I would love to just know what he's saying at the moment. I put my, like, you know, pixel buds in and...
Say you beep, 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 beep.
Just be a constant tone.
The problem is Angel's such a great guy. I actually can't see him being like that.
The best part is Angel was the last one to ready up to start this half, so he actually, you know, had everyone just sitting there while he was just going on his tirade. He might have even just been trying to, like, pump him up. It might not even been anything aggressive, but it did look aggressive.
You're all fired after this. We're just going to be out of this game.
If we don't win this game...
No, even if we win it, you're still fired. 12-3. We've got to laugh a little bit because, you know...
Otherwise you cry.
That's exactly right.
As we learned from Chad last night.
It's become our mantra here in Kiev. Cirque making the jump up. Do want to point out you can make that jump from the stairwell safely, easily, with no teammates at all. No one ever does it for some odd reason.
Make a noise, though, I would assume.
Yeah, but you could do it so quick, though.
Okay. Just saying. Don't yell at me. Oh, here they come. Cirque's ready for it. They've spotted him out. And this is the tough part. With him boosted up, you have to commit to that stack, and it's going to get obliterated. Now he comes down. They bait for one more, but it's just the USPs. They're making it work, though. Breeze with 2. Cirque's going to respawn, not able to transfer over to Bondic. He's got a long passageway to come get that bomb, though, and Ethan is going to try and arrive towards Sandbags, and Breeze is going to win that. It's going to be pissed around for NRG. Great round from Breeze. Quad kill overall, and 13-3.
Oh, that turnaround was beautiful, wasn't it? And I bet HellRaisers probably had a strong feeling that they were in a good spot there. Like, they were hunting him down. They got the first kill on Cirque. They're like, all right, let's just flush him out.
I had a strong feeling that HellRaisers were going to hunt them down.
Yeah,
because you can't you can't abandon the person boosted up there when they start coming downstairs, can you?
Leave.
It's not easy to just collapse out of that.
No, I'm definitely not. Like, there's every chance. You're sort of close. You're confined with the Glocks as well. That's what you want. So you think they'd have a good time of it. Looks like they might try and make their way through the tunnel at some point. Got 3 men sort of stacked up against the back wall. There is an M4 on the other side, though.
Yeah, which is always fun, if you're the M4.
Yeah, gotta get that right.
Bomb is dropped far, far back, so I don't think HellRaisers is going to be moving forward at any one time. They do have 2 smokes, 1 flashbang. Angel's got to keep that flash for this hit, because it's just going to have to be a pop flash that takes Breeze out. He, as well, needs to be cautious. It looks like he's going to try and find a timing with this smoke. I want to put that down. Here's the flash, though. He's not going to get that chance, and actually he moves out of the way of that flashbang. So he does safely get back into the bomb site, calls it out to his teammates. They can let the plant go down, just do some damage, although he's stuck in water. This could be dangerous for him if they start aggressing, and they do right through the smoke. He finds the first kill, looking for the next, and he does go down. Fugly going to turn the corner, and they should be able to handle this situation.
Yeah, you could see that Breeze had a pretty good understanding of what was maybe going to happen there. Boxic will pick up 1 kill, but he's going to get hunted down by Cirque, and we'll just leave it 1 versus 2. It's a good attempt, actually, really good attempt for HellRaisers. Not bad at all.
If Breeze had stuck out by Monster along that wall, that flashbang might have wrecked him. He just, like, it's fortunate he had the timing of when he was going to fall back when that flashbang came in, because he was turned from it automatically. That might not be a flashbang that he might have not been able to turn as fast as he would have liked in a different spot. Plant's going to help HellRaisers, but they invested everything into that round, so I mean, there's no right or wrong answer here for HellRaisers, whether you force buy, whether you save 1 more for the AK-47s. Either way, they want to try and close the gap now. Deagle, 2 Galils, UMP.
I'm lost for words, Moses. I feel like I can only say cruel and insensitive things about the situation at the moment,
and this is the first time in life that that's stopped you?
Yeah. I'm a changed person.
Reformed? You found Jesus?
Yeah. I've decided to become a better person.
All right. New Anders.
At least for right now. New Anders, yeah. It worked for Simple.
Oh God, Woxic. Just, if you're already having a bad day, the spam and the nade combination down to 3 HP before you even see anyone is not ideal.
It's the silence as well that sort of frames the absolute pit of misery that HellRaisers have found themselves in. It's just the fact that it doesn't look like anything is working at all. Maybe they should... I don't know. I hear Fortnite has a big prize pool now.
Fortnite's got a big prize pool. League of Legends has a surrender function.
There we go.
None of the mercy exists in Counter-Strike.
No. Oh, man.
You must get wrecked.
Out of control, isn't it? Ethan and Fugly to close out the round. Cirque did do a brilliant job with the FAMAS, though, until the Flames eventually took him as well. 15-3.
Ooh. That's something oddly cheerful in a dark time.
Yeah, this picture does not at all fit the kind of mood that everyone's in right now. Maybe for NRG.
Yeah, definitely NRG.
They're loving it.
Absolutely.
What a way to get started in a best of 3 as well. If this is the I mean, I guess it is over quick in some sense. HellRaisers, she said, already taking a fair bit of grenade damage, and I mean, as fisting goes, you at least hope for some lubrication at some point.
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Oh my god.
You've just lost your mind. Your whole goddamn mind. Ethan with the spam through. He's going to get blinded, and Daps is standing in the flames. Doing a good job, though, and this looks to be just the last tally on the map for NRG as they take it 16-3. One of the most comprehensive victories we've seen from start to finish in a long, long time. Ethan ends with 20 kills and 8 deaths. Circa's 15-7, Fugly 16-5, Breeze at 14, and Daps at 11.
This is absolutely ridiculous. They got cleaved right out of the server.
And they aren't even celebrating, and this is an NRG team that knows this is a best of 3 as well. So I mean, they just didn't take their foot off the pedal that entire map, and looking solid to take this one.
I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. That's so depressing. I was expecting.
As the person who picked NRG, I'm quite happy about it.
Yeah, you are the prophet. This is wild, isn't it?
Lord Fistradamus himself.
Yeah, exactly. You came prepared and equipped Moses to handle this kind of situation, and you know,
it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always be prepared for every eventuality.
Yeah. Remember the gloves, and my God, I mean, this is crazy, isn't it?
It is just so weird. Yeah. We've covered it all, Anders.
We have covered it all.
Yeah. So if you're HellRaisers, obviously you just move on to the next map. Usually we say these big defeats are easy to move past in between breaks, and maybe someone like Sean can shine a light on this. Is when you get destroyed that bad, I don't know if it's actually that easy to move on, even if it's a loss in that sense, right? 16-3s, we normally say, oh, those are the ones where you can just say, you know what, it wasn't our game. I don't know if you can do that on this. This was so bad.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a close round.
There's a good chance that silence is gonna sort of follow them out of the server and
well, the nice thing is we saw Angel at halftime. He's not going to be quiet, is he?
No, he was doing a lot of talking, and I mean, I think there was even a little bit of a smile on NRG, but they weren't really celebrating just yet. They just know they have to continue on, and I mean,
it's the next map.
They were looking so good.
I mean, that was NRG's pick, so there is that.
Yeah, Inferno it seems to be map number 2, so that should be really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that was too much, even for me. I couldn't handle it at the end.
We did draft yesterday. Can you make the sound of an aardvark? That was bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, we've lost it.
I'm not even sure. I'm even sure I exactly know what an aardvark is. God, I can't really recall a picture in my mind.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is a strange animal. Who do you have? You have a Na'Vi winning this whole event, yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I feel decently good about that pick right now.
Do you?
Yeah. Liquid kind of sharp yesterday.
Did you lose some faith in Liquid after yesterday?
Of course I did.
Really?
No, not really. I actually no. I wouldn't really say that.
Okay. Because that game to me was more about SK looking great for the first time than it did about Liquid looking bad or making any kind of mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's true probably. So cheeky little win there for NRG, and over to our man that's no stranger to cheeks, Duncan and Rest.